The footage we are watching right now is from a simulation of the Colgan Air 3407 crash that occurred on February 2nd, 2009. This crash ultimately led to a change in airline regulation. To give us a more detailed explanation of this event, we have Michael Weiss, a flight instructor at Austin Academy of Aviation with around 1,000 hours of flight experience.
So recently the FAA enacted a law that requires all airline pilots to have 1,500 hours of total time as well as an airline transport certificate. This rule changes from the previous requirement of just having 250 hours to sit in the right seat of an airplane. And while the point of this is to increase safety, I think they're really missing the point here. Just because you have 1,500 hours of flight time doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be smarter or safer than somebody who has maybe 500 hours of flight time.
One of the main reasons why flight time alone is not enough to guarantee proficiency and safety is that the hours can be flown in any plane. Take, for example, two different pilots. One has 1,500 hours of flight time in a Cessna, while the other has only 500 hours of flight time, but 300 of those hours are in a 737. The second pilot, while only having 500 hours, would be more qualified to fly in an airline even though he has less flight experience. Even though inexperience is cited as one of the main causes of the accident, both pilots had flown well over the new 1,500-hour requirement. Some pilots, Nico von Olin being one of them, have seen this as a sign of poor training combined with fatigue, not so much as inexperience. The pilots were made to work long hours and hardly paid even a living wage. The co-pilot, for example, made only $16,000 a year and couldn't afford to live near the airport, so she had to make long commutes, which added to her exhaustion. Although the intentions of Congress when passing this bill were noble, other steps could have been taken instead to ensure the safety of passengers.